Free socks. Free socks.
Well, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of a Friday night Triple B experience where we talk wrestling. Who else? We can talk about other stuff too. It all depends on the day I've been going. I can talk about a whole ton of stuff. I don't have the earbuds on because I'm alone in the studio, and hope everybody's having a great night. And I got a lot of things going on. And we'll talk some wrestling. I got a few indie stuff maybe to talk about with some upcoming shows. If you guys have any questions, if you jump on the YouTube channel, the Triple B Experience, and hit like and subscribe, that would be awesome. And also, it is also being shown on the Triple B Experience Facebook page. So if you're not seeing stuff on there, you got to hit like and you got to follow and you got to share and you got to do everything. I got some ideas for this podcast because we do Thursday nights. We just did last night, myself, Cable, and Shane. We just did our top Marvel teams. You guys can go back and check that. It was pretty good. And we talk a lot of pulp culture. And we also have the community chat actually play along. Next week it'll be the team up. It'll be Marvel team up. So, and I'm a little bit sorry because my head's killing me because I'm going to the ear doctor Monday. I have not been able to hear a lot in my left side of my ear for about 3 weeks now, which is crazy. I have no idea. I got nothing. I think my CPAP must have blew air in or something. I have no idea. So Monday, hopefully at 3:45, I'm ready to go again because it's giving me a headache and it's making me not feel too swell. So, and I can hear myself talk, and doing podcasting and eating is a terrible thing. So, hey, Devil, how's it going? Gene, what's going on? Gene tried to get me his buddy from Texas, and yeah, what did you say? Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. He's going to give me his buddy from Texas who is a wrestling promoter, a luchador, and maybe we're going to compare and contrast Texas, the big names of Texas professional wrestlers to the big names of Pennsylvania professional wrestlers and see the contrast and stuff like that once we can get him in. We were going to get him in, but he had to work today. So I also want to do a shout out to Larry Stryker and Slam and Sammy. They did an interview tonight on Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. The claw. I don't know if I could take a claw now. My head's killing me. But I want to give a shout out to Slam and Sammy for doing that interview. She's come a long way. She's captured a title. So she's going to many, many states and she's still doing the wrestling, and her family support all the stuff that I do. All my podcast shows, they always hit share on their Facebook site. So I totally appreciate that. So big shout out to Slam and Sammy. She's got another interview on the Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. I'm probably going to get her back, do some interviews here on this podcast. I'm going to get some other people in the wrestling business to do some interviews, or just come on and shoot the BS here and talk wrestling and just talk about life in general, and get some other people from other aspects of their professional fields to come on and shoot the shit. So. But I watched that lovely wrestling last week. I was not impressed with 2 pay-per-views on the same day. Sometimes it's a little bit too much. That's why lately, talking professional wrestling, the new stuff, the now stuff is so, I'm just not 100% into it, like me and Cable talked last night off camera. There's a lot of wrestling. Maybe it's too much. I'm kind of focusing on one thing mainly right now, and that's the black and gold. They got a big matchup come Sunday morning at 9:30 against the Minnesota Vikings. But I mean, I still watch wrestling. I don't like, if I miss it, I'm not so much worried like I used to be. I watched the pay-per-view. I didn't really care for the AEW stuff. I watched the WWE pay-per-view from ESPN. I wasn't real enthused about that either. It's just my take. You got to pay for another streaming service, which how many more streaming services can they do? I didn't pay for it. I mean, I watched it on my app. I only had like 5 matches. Brock Lesnar just beating the living bejesus out of John Cena. And Brock is a 48-year-old man, and he's in phenomenal shape. I'm 54, and I got to take breaks, man, just to tie my shoes. So, and I was like today, like walking my tortoise back, my Russian tortoise outside. I mean, and he beat me. Like, I'm pretty slow, so I need to get in shape, but it's so hard. I can't move my neck. I know I'm here complaining and bitching, but I'm trying not to. But yeah, I'm beat up. So yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, I can hear myself, and I think I have a head cold, not a head cold, but sinuses, and I can't hear. So maybe that's good. I don't have, and then I wear these a lot on here. And then I do have earbuds when I go to the gym. So, but yeah, I wasn't real enthused. I mean, Cena's retirement match. I mean, he got his ass beat. I don't know if they're going to face each other again. I don't know. Cody versus Drew McIntyre was an okay match. Nothing spectacular. I mean, Drew McIntyre right now just got signed. I just saw before he came on. He just got signed to be in the new Highlander reboot. So he is going to play Connor. He's going to play the Highlander's brother. So that should be something. I mean, hey, they got to do other stuff besides wrestling, because once they get out of wrestling, what are they going to do? Hit conventions and sign autographs and stuff. They need to do other stuff than that. And Drew's a mountain of a man anyway. So, and he probably got some good acting chops, so. But I think the best match was the Io Sky versus Stephanie Valkyrie. I didn't think she was going to win the title. I thought Io Sky was going to win. I picked Io Sky, but that wasn't the case. And Braun and Bronson Reed tagging up against the Usos, and then Jay busted his head with that chair spot and got stitches. I believe that Bronson and Breaker should just tag up and go for the tag titles. JT. Yeah, that the ladies match did save the show. Everybody, that's JT from JT Toys and Collectibles. If you need action figures, any type of stuff, give him a check. Check him out on Facebook. He's always going to conventions, always going to shows. He's been on a show before. We'd like to get him back on, and he's a busy cat. If you're looking for action figures, he's the man to see. But yeah, I wasn't real happy about that pay-per-view, and I'm not real happy with WWE on a whole anyway, so maybe I'll go off on a tangent here a little bit. I mean, you could afford to go to AEW shows. They were just in Pittsburgh, but Britt Baker was not there. Lee Moriarty wrestled, a Hangman Page for the title. Are you guys you're not a big fan of him, are you? I don't follow him on Facebook anymore. I mean, I know he's a Pittsburgh legend, but I just don't follow him anymore. I think maybe, I don't know. I think our philosophical opinions differ. No, and then you're probably the same way I am. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes sometimes people probably shouldn't say stuff, but everybody says everything anymore. I mean, everybody has a platform to say what they want, do what they want. You can either follow them or unfollow them. If it's in your best interest to unfollow them, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to have your own inner peace. You know, I try to weed out my social media sometimes when I really just don't want to hear about people that are just acting like a bunch of fools. And there's people I know that I've known for 35 years that are acting like a bunch of fucking fools. I can only say it like that. I don't know why. I just don't. It takes more energy to delete people than just keep scrolling, I guess. But I mean, I look at stuff. I see a lot of wrestling stuff. I like to watch the older wrestling stuff. I just watched, the highlight of Marty Jannetty getting kicked in the face by Shawn Michaels when he turned on the barbershop, stuff like that. That's memorable. That's 30 years in the making, and people still remember it and still talk about it. Really, right now, there's nothing really to talk about. I seen Mick Foley do Dude Love in an OVW Royal Rumble kind of thing, and I mean, he came out and gave somebody the mandible claw or a dude claw or whatever. Mick Foley looks pretty good. He looks like he can move in the ring. I don't know if he could do a whole match or anything like that, but he's a little bigger than I am. Tall, height-wise. I think he was losing some weight. He was doing DDP yoga. And I know this show here right now can go off the kilter because I'm just going out and talking some wrestling viewpoints before I start talking about this PWI Top 500. But also too, I want a big shout out to Lex Luger for actually being able to get up and walk on his own. I think that's pretty huge. Whatever in your life, man. I mean, he's been paralyzed in a wheelchair for many, 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 many years. He's starting to walk on his own. Not a lot, not far, but God bless him for that. I seen some people looking at buying some tickets for some WWE shows, and you got to put up your house. That's one of the things that I am not looking I don't think, honestly, I'm ever going to go to a WWE show ever again. I have no desire to spend. Look, I'm not cheap, but like maybe Vince had an idea for the families to go see the shows. Now it's corporate. It's all corporate. So, like 2 years from now, WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia, which is ridiculous. That's like taking, I'm going to steal a comment from Cable last night. That's like, having a Super Bowl in another country. It's just WrestleMania is built in the country of the United States. United States fans should be able to enjoy that without spending $1,700 on tickets. A family of four, you're looking at a small car, and that's not even counting the plane ride over there or the hotel. It's not worth it. The women wrestling over there in Saudi Arabia cannot express themselves the way they want to be. So why do it? The reason why they're doing it is because it's corporate greed. TKO and everybody was like, Hunter was doing great stuff, but right now I just don't think anybody's going to stand up to TKO and say, hey, enough is enough. It's time for a change. I'll never, like I said, I haven't been to a WWE show before this happened in a while, and I don't think I will be there ever. I have no desire. That's why I talk about independent wrestling shows. Sometimes there's too many independent wrestling shows, and that's a problem too, I believe. And nobody wants to hear what I got to say. They could care less. Look, I know I own my own wrestling company and whatever, but that's hard work too. And I'm not here to say it isn't. Hard work brings great success, but also too, it's you got to try to get the community behind you. It's very, very hard. And in my years of doing stuff, I know that people like to have a couple beverages when they watch something. I just don't want that aggravation, because sometimes that could be catastrophic, because people can have too much to drink and then they want to be part of the show. And then I don't want to do that. And then I'd have to fucking smack them alongside the head. And it also too, the ticket prices are affordable for independent wrestling. So you can actually take a family of 4 or 5 or 6 in a family and go to a wrestling show, and buy, some gimmicks like out of JT's Toys and Collectibles and buy a slice of pizza, you know what I mean? Or buy a wrestler's t-shirt. Like you can do that. You can't do that to WWE. If you go to a WWE show, you better take a fucking loan out. You better use a credit card, and you're going to put everything on credit, and you're going to pay. You're going to pay to go to a WWE event on credit for 3 years. I just don't think that's cool. ESPN, no offense, I don't like watching ESPN even for football. The commentating sucks. Their pre-shows are terrible. And even ESPN gave them like a C mark on that WrestlePalooza. So they're already bashing it. It's only been the first time. And they had to compete and do the same day as AEW and All Out. Like, why would you're only doing that just to be an asshole. You know what I mean? How much is too much? And I know AEW Wednesday night, revealed their women's tag team straps. I mean, what women's tag teams that they have available? They don't even have women tag team. They have 2 women tagging up. There's no tag teams. There's a few. I mean, realistically, you can count on your right hand a couple female tag teams, and one of them's like the Iconics or the Inspiration or whatever the hell they're called now. I mean, that's a tag team. And then now you got, in WWE, you got, Charlotte Flair and what's her name? Alexa Bliss. I mean, those are 2 people put together, because in a tag team, to me, they have to be more than just 2 people put together. I mean, no offense, Hawk and Animal separately were not successful. Together, they were one of the most successful tag teams of all time, because at that time, tag team wrestling was all about something. Tag team wrestling right now it hasn't been around a couple years now. It was getting, a couple years ago, it was good. I mean, look what they're doing with FTR. At one time, that was my top tag team in a 5 ranking. I wouldn't even put them in there anymore. I don't know. And because they're heels, but still, even heels, they could be a lot. It's all booking how they're booking. AEW is just booking whatever, and they just don't know how to book it. And WWE just wants to take your money. I think right now, hey Craig, how you doing? I think TNA is pretty good. I think NWA on Roku is something. You could go to one of those shows and not mortgage a house. There's a lot of talent in the NWA. There's a lot of talent in TNA. I mean, I think they're doing that NXT TNA stuff and see how that works. And I know that they had the beautiful people are going to be inducted into their Hall of Fame. I mean, I'm sure there's people that are more qualified, but look, the Hall of Fame is the Hall of Fame. It's an honor, I'm sure, to be inducted into any of those. I've been inducted in a couple Hall of Fames that are, you know what I mean? It's great. It's an honor. But I think, other women wrestlers in Impact and TNA were probably a little bit more better than those that could have been inducted. They could have been inducted eventually, but not this year. So I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I mean, there's only a few tag teams, Craig. And I mean, the Street Profits but I look at Montel Ford. Montel Ford, like, is such a talent, and he just can't get away from, I don't know if he could ever go singles. I don't know if he can, but I mean, that tag team has been a tag team for a while. They've had multiple championships. That's one of them. I think if in the WWE, I think if Breaker and Reed tag up and go for the titles, they'll be your tag team champs for a while. I think they need that. put the straps on them, let them have a nice run with the tag straps. That's what I would do. And then let Jimmy and Jay go after him again. Maybe the Street Profits go after him. There's 2 teams. And now you got, I just saw SmackDown before I came on. You got, they were beating up on Cody, and Cody was trying to do whatever. And then Randy come out and saved them. So you have those, have Randy and Cody tag up against those guys, and see where it goes. So you get Braun and you get Bronson tagged up for the titles. You give them 3 tag teams, and then you have, go from there. I think if they beat the Wyatt 6, look, nothing against the Wyatt 6, but they just don't do nothing for me. They're okay, but they're not people that that needs to be having the tag team straps long. It's a novelty. It's a shame that Bray Wyatt passed. But I don't think that they were actually. They're just hanging on. You know what I mean? So it is it's just my opinion. People can take it for what it's worth. Believe me, sometimes I like to give my opinion a little bit more harsher than I like to. But they needed 3 or 4 tag teams, good, strong tag teams. Defend the tag, 2 or 3 teams, 2 or 3 teams on Raw, 2 or 3 teams on SmackDown. Let the champions go to each show and defend the titles. Give the first and second teams viable number 1 contendership to face the champs on each show. You know what I mean? So if you do that, you had 3, 6, 7. You got about 7 good tag teams in WWE, and that would be something. And then you could throw your I don't know if they have NXT. I don't think they have NXT champion tag. I don't think they do. Just the ladies. I don't even know what they have on NXT because I don't fucking watch it. So I have no idea. But that's what I would do. 7 to 8 teams of tag teams. They have a lot of talent. I mean, AJ Styles said he's going to retire in 2026. I mean, I don't know. I got nothing. Like I said, I this is a wrestling podcast, and I'm trying to do the best I can, but the wrestling I like is no longer around. The wrestlers I like that I could be invested in is my favorite. Hey Patrick, how you doing? My favorite APWF match of all time that I've ever seen live was in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, last year when I saw Spencer Slade versus Big Time Bill Collier. That was the best match ever in that company's history I ever seen. And it's just my opinion. I know I could ruffle a couple feathers up there, but I'm telling you, no offense, I was not a fucking 4-star match. I wasn't a 3-star match. And back then I was more of a gimmick and more of a crowd pleaser maybe. But for pure wrestling, that is my favorite match of all time, and I marked out for it, and I will mark out for it till the day they bury me. So, that's my favorite match. Thanks for asking, Craig. $100 question. Yes, I will be up because at 9:00 I have a live watch party, and I'm ready, man. There's a lot of people over in Ireland, man. I want to a big shout out to Joey Lawrence. Joey, I think hooked up with Mark, contacted Mark, and contacted Kenny Meyer. So he's got something to do and meet over there, and that's awesome. And I just wanted to do my little help because, you know what I mean? It's a shame. It's a shame, Craig, where I can contact somebody in Ireland and get it back quicker than somebody in fucking Western Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But they're going to all have a good time. Joey's going to meet Mark. That's going to be awesome. And even Kenny, you know what I mean? Because Portage and Winburn is very, very close. Hey, good. Hey, Larry. Good interview tonight. Good interview. I talked about it before. Good stuff, man. Sammy's coming on. She's getting out there. She's She's starting to be a good talker, man, on the shows. I need to bring her on. I need to bring a lot of people on. I think I need to get people that want to come on here, you know what I mean, and talk wrestling. I don't mind, hosting the most, bring back the lingerie matches. Yeah, that's good, but that's probably after hours. Yeah, that was good times. Yeah, those shirts were very, very hot. Very hot. Yeah, Sal Conte was a fucking asshole. But I did get to wrestle in front of Bruno Sammartino. So that was one of my high points of my wrestling career, of wrestling in front of Bruno and asking him if Bruno would have told me I sucked, I wouldn't be doing wrestling podcasts. I'd still be doing Steeler podcasts, man. That's the Steeler stuff and Steelers Dynasty podcast. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do, because we do shows Monday night at 10, Tuesday with our buddy Mark from Steelers Nation Australia at 8. We have the Australian and Western Pennsylvania. It's like the Mega Powers. Mark's a great guy. We've been doing it for over a year now with Mark on Tuesdays. And Wednesday nights like clockwork at 9:00, man, all season long. I mean, if there's even in the off season, I'm still doing it at 9. I still can talk Steelers. I can still talk, something. We can do a good show, and we have a great the Dynasty and the Australian Steelers Nation Australia community chat is one of the best things that I've seen doing these podcasts. I'm telling you, those people in the chat, and some of them are here tonight, man. They are awesome people. Awesome. Hell, I've been to home opener with Jean, man. I mean, we had a great time. Yeah, she was awesome. Are you getting any more people, Larry, on your shows to do interviews? I need to start doing that. I still need to get a hold of Jake Wiley. I want to get a hold of Jake. Yeah, you're right, brother. It is a good time. That's the best time. Doing these podcasts are good. I'm trying to get this show a little bit better. And I will, because I'm just shooting from the hip on this show, talking about wrestling topics or anything anybody wants to talk about, because it is what it is. It's Friday night. Yeah, I just I got some people I need to interview. I need to put them in my planner. I need to do it live where people can actually, ask them questions and stuff like that, and then you guys can ask them on the Facebook stuff. So let me see what Lair got here. Lair got. Oh, doing the top 10 top 10 indie wrestling next Wednesday. Oh, nice. Cool. I remember when Haxo. Hey, God bless you. I think that Canadian bacon gimmick would have been golden, brother. You're a good guy, man. You're a good person, Cupid. You're a good man, and you've been a positive and supportive person for a lot of years, brother. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate you. Seeing Hogan in America. Yeah, Hogan could wrestle. Craig Hogan could do some stuff. I mean the Real American Beer. I mean, me and Gene found out was not the best beer ever to drink, but he could do some stuff. But in America, I mean, Vince had certain things that he wanted him to do, and that was I don't know. I have no idea, buddy. I don't know. Me and Tammy were talking. I don't know. I would like to do like maybe a Saturday show, maybe on like at 6 to 8 or something. I don't know. I mean, it's hard, Larry. It's so hard. It is just like it's hard because all of us are older. I mean, and we try to do the best we can, and then it's all about putting money up and getting, like that show we had with Rhino, that was 100 degrees. I mean, I don't know. I'm not losing, but I'm not making. I mean, I probably lost a little. I probably lost some. I mean, I probably did. Um, and I just think maybe it, if you have good talent, you don't need to book a name. But also too, if I had a place where I had a nice place that I owned or whatever that could hold 300 people, and I could do shows and have the ring up and wouldn't have to tear it down, and everything was, the production was, I mean, that is a gift that, you know what I mean, would be great, and have everything right there, and then do shows and then have storylines and stuff. But when we do these spot shows, it's just hard. Like, next time I will cater. I will get catering. Tammy's not cooking no more because it was brutal on her. I'm just being honest. I mean, we all do good, but we're all older. Now, if we were in our 30s, ooh, man, it'd be something. But yeah, I like to do, I don't know when, but I like to do a show, believe me. So Cena over the Hulk? No. Hogan was the man that put the rocket fuel on, and he went straight to the moon. How you doing, Mr. Quake? Oh, no problem, brother. So you asked, so Pittsburgh, Kurt Angle is not the only wrestling hero. Well, Kurt Angle was a hell of a worker, man. Hell of a worker. Rigno Hulk over? Cena? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that Hulk Wolverine animated is pretty good when he fights Thor too. I know you do. I know. I always like to explain myself though, but also too, I mean, I'm trying to, me, I try to help other companies out and stuff like that. And some people do help, and but some people, there's a lot of egos in this business, a lot of egos, man. It's just that, I try to, and I ask people to give me their stuff or email me like, hey, Bubba, we got this show. Can you promote it here on your podcast? I'd be more than happy to do that. I have to go looking for the stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't have an intern. I got to go look for stuff. You know what I mean? That I do that, Tam's like, why do you promote other stuff when other people don't promote you? And I'm like, you know why, Tammy? Because I'm fucking different. That's why. I'm different. I'm not like everybody else. You know what I mean? But if I don't know the shows, you know what I mean? I can't promote, you know what I mean? Like, and some people probably think they're better than me anyway. Probably. I don't know. WrestleMania 3 was a big card. Yeah. Wrestling is about paying your dues. Well, wrestling's a lot of, you know what? You got to know if you have talent. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people, Mr. Quake, in this wrestling business, independent or otherwise, that should never, ever wrestle. And some of them are with, maybe they're wrestling because they paid a little bit more or something, or it was for a favor for this guy to this guy. You know what I mean? If you don't get trained properly, I don't want you on my shows. And the thing about my shows is the guys that I do want, I want guys that are respectful, that that show respect, that shake people's hands and be respectful, especially when I'm fucking paying. You can shake my hand, that's I gotta shake everybody's hand, you know what I mean? Craig, what's that? You and Cato. Yeah, Cato does his own stuff, man. He has a good company. Those guys bust their ass. They have the greatest shows and the greatest company, around. And I have a couple of their banners here that I'm going to put up here. Well, you know what? Let's go to them right now. I'll go to it right now. They have a show with Heath Slater coming on. Let me get the comment off so we can see here. Yeah, I mean, October 18th. Heath is, they've had him. This is the second time they brought him in. Now, when they bring in guys in more than once, they're great locker room people, and they know that they're a draw, and they know that the fans love them. So that's why, you know what I mean? And they have, look, Imagine Wrestling has a lot of young people to put up rings and set stuff up. I do not. You're looking at the guy who unloaded a whole 5,500 fucking ton ring by myself and put it in my garage. You're looking at him, and I've done it, and I didn't ask anybody else to do it. Like my nephew, God bless him, Vinny Mac, you know, can help me when I can, but you know, I got to ask him to take off work and stuff. You know, I mean, my nephew has no interest in professional wrestling. He just wants to help out, and I appreciate that. Like, I'm not going to be able to get him all the time. But yeah, get your tickets if you want to go see Heath Slater and Imagine Wrestling. Imagine Wrestling every Wednesday night at 7:00 on YouTube. And they also have a show coming up in October at the end of the month in DuBois, Pennsylvania. So yeah, I mean, I just try. Let me see here. Where are we at here? I'm trying to get everybody's comments. You did your best. Well, I think I did. Hey, Larry. Those shows that we ran were fucking great shows. You know what I mean? Great shows. We brought together a array of talent that a lot of companies don't book. People from different companies, or you can't work for this company because you didn't work for this company. Some people, you know, they didn't make it when they were booked. They got hurt. They had to cancel, which is fine. It happens. We did 2 shows down at the Castle. God bless the Castle for letting us go down there. And we did 2 shows at the S&T Bank Arena. That arena is that S&T Bank place is huge. That is one of the biggest venues probably in a lot of independent wrestling markets anywhere. My goal would be to get the ring in the center and have, 600 on the floor and 1,500 or 1,000 in the stands. You know what I mean? In a perfect world. The guy you talked about earlier. Oh, I talk a lot, Quake. I don't know. It's about the money. I know Mr. Rogers. That ain't Fred Rogers. If that's Joe Rogers is an asshole. And I'll say that he's an asshole. Defamation of character, he has no character. He doesn't know anything about the wrestling business, and he should get out of the wrestling business. Well, the basics are very hard. Well, you still got to be trained. Got to be trained. Hey, Slam and Sammy. No, look, kid, you've been doing a lot of stuff. You've been busting your ass, and now you got, the boss, Glenn Spector, is now one of your trainers to add more to your training. Keep going to Rise Wrestling School. Those guys are they're very, very good. And hopefully you get to get on the Rise shows and show the Rise people what you're all about. You have a great following. The kids love you. You did great for us. You know what I mean? You're getting out there. You're getting traveling. You're doing whatever you need to do. You just keep working at it. Just keep working at it. And I appreciate all the support when you share all my shows and stuff like that. So, I mean, I try to do the same. I really do. Because I believe you had a show coming up. I think I just shared it. You had, what the hell was her name? Abaddon was on she's the main star of the show. And you had the poster I saw. So, Cupid says hello. Naturally a high flyer. Well, naturally I'm a high flyer too, but I got to have some kind of substance to be a high flyer. Craig says, yeah, there you go. Hi, Sammy. Just wanted to say that I'm so happy at your success with your pro wrestling career. I fear you're just getting better every day. And she actually said that, Craig, about training. Like, she trains, she goes to the gym. You have to. You cannot be a professional wrestler and not go to the gym and not train. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Amazing shows. Yeah. He is. I just watched the Marvel Zombies. I was not happy with the outcome. Aaron Rodgers. At Aaron Rodgers, I love. Yeah. Like RVD. Yeah, but you got to be trained on how to be a manager too, because you got to know how to, how to work the crowd. You got to know what the spots. I do push-ups like baked potatoes. Oh, okay. Well, some people, hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin, before he got money, that's what he ate, man. I got to I'll answer that question, Devil, in a second. Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he was training in Texas in World Class Championship Wrestling under the vice of gentleman Chris Adams, he didn't make enough money. He had to eat potatoes. That's what he used to do. Yeah, and my jersey will be coming as soon as I get back into the building so I can work some overtime, because right now my mouth got me in trouble, and I have to wait for my investigation to come and be cleared so I could go back. So yeah, once I get everything caught up and situated, believe me, and I'm trying to hit the Powerball. So if I can hit the Powerball or any type of thing, Larry's dream of wrestling, doing wrestling once a month would come to light, and then all my stuff would be paid off and would be great. Yeah, it's actually the sequel to the What If show. It's 4 episodes. I'm not going to tell everybody because I'm not going to be the spoiler guy, but it could have been a little better. Just could have been a little better. Land of the Giants. I don't know. I think the WWE Quake is the land of is the land to get, not the land of the Giants. It's the land of opportunity, because once once you get to the WWE and you've made it, you have made it. But land of the Giants, not like the old days. Fries are too much carbs. I tell you what, sweet potato fries are good. If I hit the Powerball, oh, God bless you. If I hit it, we could get everybody to come together and have like a convention. You know what I mean? I honestly, Devil, I would love to do, in my hometown here of Indiana, I would love to do like a comic book wrestling convention. I would want to be smug liberal heel. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you get a lot of hate for that. Yeah, I know you would. I'm still thinking about like a convention. You know what I mean? But that takes a lot. Like a podcast, comic book, Steeler, something that everything I love all in one thing. You know what I mean? So, Marvel Monkey. Oh, you mean the Hitman, the monkey that I never had Korean barbecue. I had Burger King tonight, which was, I shouldn't have ate that. I got to learn how to cook. I mean, I don't need to learn how to cook. I'm just too goddamn lazy to cook. And I don't expect my wife to cook and wait on me like I'm Conan the fucking Barbarian. That's not the case. Plus, my wife has to work tomorrow, and Tam's she hasn't been feeling too good lately either. I mean, but she's just trying to take it easy. October will be a year since she had her heart attack. So, I mean, she still has heart palpitations. You know what I mean? So I don't want to stress her out. But yeah. So, yeah, I mean, yes, yeah, that's on Hulu. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, these podcasts are something else. Like, no, I haven't had a McFlurry. I had a blizzard today. I'm going back to the gym tomorrow. I need to do a cleanse. I need to do some stretching. I can't turn my neck. I'm telling you, when I started the show, I was telling everybody I can't hear on this side of the ear. I got a headache. I love spaghetti. I love lasagna, but I don't like cheese on it. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wrestling shows. I do want to see big time Bill Collier in the on the pay-per-view for TNA. I think that Bill is such a gifted athlete. And look, I had him 3 out of 4 when I can get him, you know what I mean? God bless him. And he can look, I just get him booked. You know what I mean? Like, and, Chris does a good job of booking the talent and getting those matches. And that's hard too. people, cancel out and do this and that. And I'm giving you a little behind the scenes. I mean, it's hard. And that's what, and that's what's, that's why, hey, not everybody's owns a wrestling company. It's hard, Oh, they could make a Blizzard into a McFlurry, that'd be awesome. But right now, there's Dairy Queen's closed around. There's nothing here. There's nothing. There's no ice cream unless you have it at your house in this part of the woods. I mean, Burger King is open 24/7 now in my area, and Domino's is open till 3. And the Sheetz food is just, God, it's just ridiculous now. I got a hot dog the other day, and I told them to put relish on. They gave me packets, and it was like 2 drips out of a packet. So I was like, this is ridiculous. So Economics 101 now, Sheetz makes $1 million quadrillion. Now they're getting real cheap on hot dogs. And I was bitching about that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But I need to get I'm gonna get some guests. Hopefully, still talks. Oh, I was talked about the whole show that I was gonna the whole thing I was gonna do was about the top 500. Damn, I almost didn't even talk about it. PWI magazine came out with their top 500 wrestlers of the year. I will say this: one time I was 492 in the world one time, but that and 50 cents gets you a cup of coffee. So, and it's based on. It's all kayfabe shit, but it's based on win losses, championships won, qualities of competition, major feuds, prominence within a wrestler's promotion, overall wrestling ability. It was the evaluation is at August 1st, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. So the top, I'm not going to go over all of them. I mean, I could. I give my critique, I guess. The top 500 wrestlers in the world, according to PWI. If there's names here that I know that are local, I'll give them their shout out because I don't know who locally around here got it. But number 1 was Cody Rhodes, most deserving. 2 was Jon Moxley, most deserving because he's the AEW champion. 3 was Gunter, deserving. Hangman Adam Page, maybe a little higher than I think he would be. Number 5 is Hiroki Goto. Number 6 is Jey Uso. Number 7, Swerve Strickland. Swerve deserves a lot of awards. I like Swerve. I think Swerve needs to win a championship again. Number 8 is Seth Rollins. Now he's the champ. Number 9 is Mystico. Number 10 is Will Oceanspray. He's good, man. He does just too much of them flippy floppy moves for me, but 11 is Kazuka Okada. Number 12 is TNA's Joe Hendry. 13 is Zack Sabre Jr. Zach does that flippy floppy stuff too. I might just do all 500 here. Number 14 is Oma Fema. That's the NXT heavyweight champion right now. 15 is CM Punk. I'm sure Larry's loving that. He's in the top 15. 16 is Bandito. 17 is Kenoshio Tashida. 18 is Damian Priest. Damian Priest has fell lately. I haven't even seen him out there and about. Number 19 is Trick Williams. Number 20 is Jacob Fatu. I like Jacob Fatu. 21 is Nick Nemeth. That's when he was the TNA heavyweight champion. 22 is LA Knight. I like LA Knight. I don't know if Knight's ever going to get a world championship match. 23 is Mascara Dorada. He's a Mexican, and that's all I know. 24 is Braun Breaker. There's been speculation of Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar in a WrestleMania matchup. Number 25 is the first female, Masha Slamovich. She's got in a lot of trouble. She's got domestic disputes. She beat up her boyfriend or something. I have no idea. She's the first woman. She's a top 25. That's what they say. Number 26 is Zawa. Number 27 is Toshawa Naboti. 28 is Mark Briscoe. Wow, you can fix her. All right. Okay, Devil. Number 29 is Hello Del Vicro. Number 30 is MJF. If MJF had a title, he'd probably be ranked a little higher. And I'm sorry I'm murdering some of these fucking names, but I got 400 and something to go, and I'm trying to do as quick as possible. 31 is Yoto Tashugia. Don't know who he is. 32 is Randy Orton. 33 is Kyle Fletcher. 34 is Moose. 35 is Gabe Kidd. 36 is Luke Jacobs. 37 is Mike Santana. I like Mike Santana. I think Mike Santana could be the TNA World Champion. 38 is Juan Sato. Number 39 is El Desperado. Number 40 is Marcus Mathers. 41 is Ricochet in AEW. 42 is Efe. He is the game-changing wrestling heavyweight champion. 43 is Ethan Page, NXT North American champion. Thomas Latimer, NWA World Champion. He's number 44. 45 is Penta. 46 is Drew McIntyre, definitely a lot higher in my eyes. 47 is Vaughn Evans. 48, people love him and they hate him, is Dirty Dominic Mysterio. 49 is Matt Riddle. 50 is Mace Warner. 51 is Steve Macklin. 52 is I Called Manders. 53, Leon Slater. 54 is Y2J. 55 is Adam Cole, and I think Adam Cole is not even wrestling right now. 56 is Kenta. 57 is Shango Tangi. I fucked that whole name up. 58 is Crew. 59 is Adam Priest. 60 is Socho Kamaja. 61 is Kenyo. 62 is David Finlay. 63 is Shinsuke Nakamura, who disappeared from WWE. He's ranked a little too high, but I think he had a title at this time that they did this. 64 is Michael Uko. 65 is Jack Perry, who just made his return to AEW on the pay-per-view with Luchasaurus. So Jungle Boy is back. Jungle Express. We love the music. I think that's a good tag team. I really do. I think he's better as a face than he is a heel. Just my opinion. 66 is Alberto Del Rio. Beats too many people up, man. Josh Alexander is, and he beats up women, and that's why he doesn't get anything. He gets in too much trouble. 67 is Josh Alexander. 68 is Neon. 69 is Ace Austin. 70 is Koshi Fatuda. 71 is Hexerenio. 72 is Shado Umota. 73, Ricky Saints, and I do like him because he is Ricky Starks, but they gave him the Saints name in WWE. 74 is Serge D. 75 is Indie God Matt Cordona. 76 is Speedball Mike Bailey. 77 is Tomosha Ashada. 78 is Nick Wayne. He weighs about $120. His mom's a smoking hot MILF, though. Yeah, she's smoking hot. 79 is AJ Styles. Needs to be a little higher, but I think he was hurt. 80 is Hiroshi Tagashaki. 81, Daniel Garcia. 82, Matt Tremont. 83, Darby Allin, because he took some time off because he was hurt. He did the walk to Kilimanjaro there. 84 is Pittsburgh's own Lee Moriarty. I talked about him before. He wrestled Hangman in Pittsburgh this past Wednesday. 85, Octagon Jr. 86 is Jay White. 87 is Rio Sano. 88 is Chris Brooks. 89 is Solo Sikoa. Now that he won a championship, okay. 90 is Kamoto Kamalaya. 91 is El Fantasimo. 92 is Yamoto. 93 is Davey Boy Smith Jr., who's in Major League Wrestling. 94 is Tony D'Angelo. 95 is Carmelo Hayes, getting to be a 90. 96 is Allie Catch. That's a female. 97 is Commander. 98 is Joey Janela, who gets the shit kicked out of him in his hardcore matches. 99 is Charlie Evans. 100 is Mims from the NWA. Now we're in the hundreds. 101 is Orange Cassidy. 102 is Alanis Jr. 103 is Leo Rush. 104 is Sammy Guevara. 105 Sami Zayn. I thought he'd be a little higher than that. 106 Hologram. 107 Myron Reed. 108 JC Mateo, which is Jeff Cobb. 109 Atricious Koger. 110 Laredo Kid. 111, Oleg Bolton. 112, Chad Gabriel, better wrestler, should be ranked higher. 113, Karrion Kross, definitely ranked higher in my eyes, too. 114 Mayo. 15 is Yuma Akuchi. 116 Carson Drank of NWA. I was going to book him for some APWF stuff. I really wanted to. He's really good. 117 is Man Like the Reyes. 118 Kajuki Hakajucha. 119 Yo-Hey. 120 is Sean Skywalker. 121 Teparero. 122 Psycho Mike. 123 Mad Dog Conley. 24 is Titan. 125 is Claudio Casanoi. 126 Katazori Shibata. 127 Yuma Atsi. 128 Wheeler Yuta. 129 Wyo. 130 Max the Impaler. 131 Jessica Troy. 132 the Beast Morris. I think that's who's dating who the fuck you call it? Jesus Christ. Sasha Banks. 133 Jake something, big dude. 134 Alex Kane. 135 Blake Christensen. 136 Sheamus. 137 Great O'Khan. 138 Powerhouse Hobbs of AEW. 139 Manitoba Sai. 140 Will Craven. 140 Jasper Troy. That's the dude from LLG. 142 Kevin Blackwood. 143 Ganino. 144 Ex Hulo. 145 Mustafa Ali. Thank you guys for. I've never done this before. I'm gonna do all 500. 146 Charlie Dempsey. 147 Rey Mysterio because he got hurt. 148 Brian Cage should be up a little higher, but they don't push him as much. 149 Shelton Benjamin. Was former tag team champion in the Hurt Business. 150 Jago. 151 Shaw Samuelson. 152 Alita. 153 Jason Drake. 154 Clark Connors. 155 Brody King, who's now the AEW champion. Andrade, who's got divorced. 157 AJ Francis. 158 Zelina. 159 Kevin Knight. 160 Tim Boswell. 161 Big Damo. 162 Sean Legacy. 163 Minoru Suzuki. 164 TJP. 165 Alex Price. 166 Kento Maradha. 167 Alejandro D. Dr. Wagner Jr. 168 Kenny Williams. 169 Frankie Kazarian. 170 Alex Taylor. 171 Gringo Loco. 172 Wes Lee. 173 Peter Tanaya. 174 Akaka. 175 Katsuki Namoki. I love these Japanese fucking names. I'm fucking them all up. 176 Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong actually wrestled in the APWF in Florida, and that was one of the best matches until Spencer Slade and Bill Collier overtook that. 177 Tora Shinroka. 178 Ren Nara. 179 Sadina. 180 Mike D. Facilio. 181 Hijoki Kamaroto. Now I don't have no clue half of these fucking people. 182 Jaroi Iwakwa. 183 Alexis King. That's Pillman Jr. 184 Haguki Hidaki. 85 is Hammerstone. 86 is Richard Holloway. 187 is Otomo Guerrero. 188 Namochapi Mafatolo. I fucked that all up. 189 Titus Alexander. 190 John Wayne Murdoch. 191 Khan. 192 Caveman Ugg. 193 Matt Justice. 194 Zelipha 2. 195 Jordan Oliver. 196 BRG. 197 Junior Benito. 198 R-Truth. Okay, wow, he's way down there. 199 Darius Carter. 200 Francisco Adarica. 201 Luke Witt Kaiser. 202 Sam Holloway, big guy, IWC champion, high stakes or something. He's great. 203 Jonathan Grisham. He has been cleared to wrestle. He had a heart attack. He had a stroke or something. 204 Matsuo Tanaka. 205 Alan Angles. 206 Dragon Lee. 207 Kadio Asadi. 208 Joseph Frenech Jr. Oof. 209 Akira. 210 Chadden Lorenzo. 211 Nino Bryant. 212 PCO. Still going strong. 213 Ella McCallius. 214 Carter Black. 215 Megan Bain, female, smoking hot. She is there at 215. 216 Alec Blank. 217 Robbie Ingalls. 218 Naraka Dua. 219 Judas Acarius. 220 Lee Johnson. 221 Zachary Wentz. 222, Psycho Clown. 223, Kerry Morton. 224, Jack Purnell. 225, Royce Isaacs. I'm seeing if there's anybody I know locally. 226, Jimmy Townsend. 227, Eddie Edwards. 228, Shania Anoki. 229, Devin Moore. 230, Dragon Dia. 231, Bronson Reed. Reed will be going up a little bit more than that. O'Shea Edwards, 233. Krynas, 234. Jack Lester, 235. 236, Yajoki Anorama. 237, Callum Newton. 238, Jay Lethal. 239, Tommy Knight. 240, Drilla Maloney. 241, Channing Thomas. 242, Rohan Rajani. 243, Lawrence Roman. 244, Kristara. 245, UT. 246, Dijak. 247, Brick Savage. 248, Dam Tamora. 249, Jimmy Uso. 250, Ricky Knight Jr. 251, Kashada. 252, Cody Lang. 253, Tasheto Endo. 254, LeBron Carlones. 255, Evil. 256, Sammy Diaz. 257, Miles Bourne. 258, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's a good wrestler. 259, Charles Manson. Not the Charlie Manson that used to wrestle in APWF, but God bless him. 260, Bryce Donovan. 261, EC3, former NWA World Champion. Wrestled big time Bill Collier. You can catch it here on the video. It's in the video. 262, Renita Yapasati. 263, Ryan Clancy. 264, Eric Young. 265, Anova. 266, Jack Cartwell. 267, Jameson Schnook. 268, Sammy Callahan. I think he's retired now. 269, John Hawken. 270, Yuka Saki. 271, Elijah. 272, Anthony Bowens. 273, Willie Mack. 274, Master Woto. 275, Desmond Cole. 276, Ray Gonzalez. 277, Isaiah Bronner. Local guy, tag team. He's with the Brotherhood. Congratulations. 278, Alex Treisler. 279, Starboard Charlie. 280, Tajiri Shimodi. 281, KC Navarro. 282, Zach Torian Jr. 283, Pretty Boy Smooth. Congratulations. He's 283. Pretty Boy Smooth. He just wrestled in Rise Wrestling and RWA. And we've been playing phone tag, but we didn't bring him in. That's on me. 284, MT Kadeem. 285, Jake Christ. Not Christ. 286, Dante Casanova. 287, Brian Oso. 288, KJ Oso. 289, Tate Mayfeathers. 290, Travis Williams. 291, AR Fox. 292, Stephen Wolf. 293, Adam Brooks. 294, Colby Caroni. Oh my God, hold on. Colby Carino. 295, Brian Myers. 296, Darian Benston. 297, Evil Uno. 298, Paul London. 299, Jimmy Lloyd. 300, Trey Miguel. I'm on 300. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. I'm almost done. But thanks for sticking around. Okay. 301, Gia Villana. 302, Cal Fredericks. 303, Rajui Honda. 304, Ben Bishop. Big guy. Good-looking wrestler. 305, Noah Vell. 306, Sergio Tabania. 307, Talvin Heights. 308, Michael Plant. 309, Charlie Bravo. 310, DMT Azu. 311, big-time Braun Strowman. 312, Danhausen. 313, Big Dave. 314, Makaya Ota. 315, Valola Jr. 316, Cal Halleray. 317, Rajoya Tanaka. 318, Lance Dorito. 319, Dr. Wagner Jr. And if I'm making mistakes on these names, I'm going fast and take it as it is. 321, Rats. 322, Bad Dude Tito. Bad Dude Tito. 323, Maya Yamashati. 324, Trent Steven. 325, Ray Jazasi. 326, Jason Holch. 327, Clara Noor. 328, Ice Williams. 329, Cody Deemer. 330, Estevage. 331, Lewis Manthi. 332, Danny Limelight. 333, Josh Briggs. 334, Yua Oki. 335, Robbie X. 336, Kamara Jackson. 337, Shakachi Ashiwata. 338, Ninja Mac. That's an easy one to pronounce. 339, Yuki Onio. 340, Michael Allen, Richard Clark. 340, Madua Katua. 342, Amira. 343, Jack Morris. 344, Mashadi. 345, Charlie Sterling. 346, Golden Boy Santos. 347, Masi Kamada. 348, Zakon Right One. 349, Filthy Tom Lawler. 350, Simon Miller. 351, Lance Archer. He's a big dude. 352, Yako Marinoto. 353, Cedric Alexander. 354, Joshua Bishop. 355, SHO. 356, Lou Nixon. 357, Hector Invictus. 358, Brian Keith. 359, Anita Vaughn. 360, Hoodfoot. 361, Habushi. 362, Otis Cougar. 363, Silas Mason. 364, Fonua Abe. 365, Laveno. 366, Dylan McQueen. 367, Rich Holland. 368, Jaden Newman. 369, Shagarito Irie. 370, Jay. Woo. People, I'm reading all top 500 of PWI magazine. Probably never do this again because I'm fucking winded. 72, Dark Sheik. 373, Marcus Alaina. 374, QT Marshall. 375, Andino. 376, Jeremiah Plunkett. 377, Eric Surge. 378, Pagino. 379, Kylie Ray. 380, Angel Dororo. 381, Kazuki Sato. 382, TJ Crawford. 383, Haruchi. 384, Calvin Tankman. 385, Billy Starks. 386, Yuko Uno. Hey, 387, Rhino. He was on our last show. 388, Connor Mills. 389, Darren Richardson. 390, Kid Lucas. 391, Timothy Thatcher. 392, Shaki Oxijanto. 393, Leo Sparrow. 394, Bobby Falco. 395, Matt Taven. 396, Real One. 397, Pedro Portelio III. 398, Corodio. 399, Bobby Beverly. 40 is Cappuccino Jones. I got 100 more to go. 401, Jay Bajani. 402, Eli Letterman. 403, Aaron Wad. 404, Chad Daniels. 405, Charles Crowley. 406, Mentelio. 407, Sydney Akeem. Okay, 408, Sam Stackhouse. 409, Yakamochi Dati Arihara. That's a good one. 410, Kari Murray. 411, Jody Treat. 412, Juan Casa. Beef. 414, Dante Chen. 415, TOY. 416, Stu Grayson. 417, Gravity. 418, Thomas Shire. 419, Emerson Jane. 420, Brooke Havoc. 421, Benjamin Toll. 422, Mecca Wolf. 423, Crass Jackson. I believe he's the RWA heavyweight champion, I believe. 424, Canyon. 425, James Shaw. 426, Hellboy. 427, Danny Orion. 428, Pee Wee. 429, Harukara Tamarajirani. 430, Bear Bronson. 431, Lando Riley. 432, Dragon Bane. 433, Madman Pondo. Almost done. 344, Elijah Bloom. 435, Hadoki Suzuki. 436, Shane Mercer. 437, L.F. Cleary. 438, Drew Parker. 439, Izzy James. 440, Eddie Valentine. 441, Koto Marato. 442, Anthony Green. 443, Barbarito Caravano. 442, Aaron Solo. 445, Vinny Masora. 446, Dr. Retracted. 447, Caleb Conley. 448, Ella Janino Danilo III. 449, Joe Black. 50 more to go, people. I appreciate you guys popping on and keeping on. Okay, 450, KZY. 451, Matsuo Tanaka. 452, Aaron Roki. 453, Hyen. 454, Ricky Shane Page. 455, Yuxi Kato. 456, Ricky South. 457, Beastman. Congratulations, Beastman. And this one here is 458, Big Time Bill Collier. Congratulations, Bill. Deserving a lot higher. You and Beastman, probably a lot higher, but you guys made the list. And I know it doesn't phase you, Bill, because you kick ass and take names in every company to go to. And you can outwork fucking most of these 99.9% of these guys that are on the list. 459, Vaughn Verdigo. 460, Notorious Mimi. 461, Xavier Woods. 462, Louis Farrell. 463, Strongman Machine J. 464, Caitlin Marie. 465, Mikey Montgomery out of Pittsburgh. Congratulations. 466, Cody Onosi. 467, Cole Raddick. 468, Ho Ho Lun. 469, Marks the Specialist. 470, Mike Skyros. 471, Joseph Keys. 472, John David. 473, BK Westbrook. 474, Michael Frine. 475, Cheeseburger. 476, Tony Deppen. 477, CPA. 478, Joey Asaki. 479, Scorpio Sky. Should be a lot higher, but he doesn't wrestle too much lately. 480, JDC. 481, Solomon Tupa. 482, Facade. Congratulations, Facade. 483, Kenny G. 484, Deacon Grant. 485, Tommy oh my God, hold on. Tommy Vendetta. 486, Danshuk Danio. 487, Tommy Dreamer. 488, Chabot. 489, Horace. 490, Shane Malice. Congratulations, brother. Shane Malice, man. Good guy. Out of Johnstown, too, man. Good guy. 491, TJ Sykes. 492, Crowbar. 493, Saddam Singh. 494, LSG. 495, Milo Maria. 496, Christ Nasty. 497, RPD. 498, Eel O'Neill. 499, Jeffrey John. And finally, 500, Serial Man. That is all 500. I can't even fucking talk. Jesus. But there you go. Holy shit. There you go, people. All 500 come out this week. If you want to go buy a Wrestler magazine to see all that, most of the guys after, I don't know, some of the guys from Pennsylvania, God bless them, and some of the guys that we've had in the APWF have made the top 500 in the world. So congratulations to them. So, hey, I'm going to get out of here because I just kept rambling and I can feel my, I don't want to lose my voice for Sunday. But ladies and gentlemen, please hit like and subscribe. I thank you so much for coming on tonight's show. Go to your local, if you don't live around here, but go to your local wrestling independent shows anyway. Support the local indies. They are your future superstars of tomorrow. And I appreciate everybody that came in to chat, pop some questions out. Thank you. I'll be back 9 o'clock on Steelers Dynasty Podcast. That's right. Right here, Steelers Dynasty Podcast. We're going live. Going live, people. And you know what? Maybe I'll show you something. I'll show you before I go. I'll show you before I go on, let me see here. Steelers watch party. There we go. Oh, here we go. Watch party right here. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Me and Shane. We'll see you then. Okay, buddy. Everybody, good night. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great weekend. And honestly, if there's any Steeler news, I will put it on a Steelers Dynasty podcast. Thank you guys. Hit like and subscribe. Try to get the numbers up. Hey, you never know. It's a show. Peace out, people. Have a good